Hello guys and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'm gonna fix some of the problems we had with our previous code that I just noticed, and also I'm gonna teach you how to connect to a database, select the database, and get our results and display them, of course. So first error or first thing that's gonna cause problems when we run it is we put I equals 0 here. This one will make it like every time it goes through the loop, it will just reset the I. So that will give us a huge error. And if we don't define it, it will give us an undefined error. So we can't just define it at the top. That's just fine. Okay. So now we also had an error here. We didn't have a space here. That would give us an error in our query. So now everything everything is set up fine. Okay. Trust me, I did this tutorial 3 times and I had lots of errors, but now everything is fixed, hopefully. So I'm gonna create our connect variable, just gonna call it okay, set that equal to mysql connect. Okay, and the mysql connect function will take 3 parameters, as you may know. First one is the host, in my case it's localhost. Second one is the username, my case the root, and last parameter is the password. My case I have no password, which is highly insecure, but it's a local database. No one's gonna access it from the internet, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, now we need to select our database. I'm gonna create a variable, call it select database. Okay, set that equal to mysql select database, and that's gonna take our database name as a parameter. So our database is tutorial. Okay, and don't forget the semicolons because they can cause lots of problems if you forget them. So now we need to run our query. As you may recall, we constructed our query here and here and here, like in these 3 parts. We constructed our query, so we're just gonna run it now. So we're gonna create a new variable called query. Set that equal to mysql query. Okay, and then takes the query as a parameter, and the query is the variable query, as you could see here. Okay, and to make things easier for us when we're diagnosing problems and debugging, just gonna add, so if something wrong happens, gonna add or die. Okay, couldn't run a query. And we're also gonna add to display and give us the error. What was the error? Okay, hopefully no errors, but just to make sure. So we're gonna go ahead and try it. That's our search engine. So we have no errors. If we search for anything, we have no errors. Okay, let's say page. Okay, so we have no errors. That's a good thing. As you can see here, I added the port 82 because my local host was messing up. I probably installed a program or something that changed the ports that uses port 80, so I had to change it to port 82. You don't have to change anything, so unless you messed it up. Okay, there's also another problem with our previous code. We don't have the modular signs or percentage signs, whatever you want to call them. Okay, these signs will allow us to search for even like not the whole word. So for example, if we type in YouTube without the B, it should give us the results. It doesn't have to be exactly the same word. So that's a good thing for search engines, I believe. Okay, so now we're gonna create a variable to check for number of rows that exist and match our query. Okay, I'm gonna name it numRows. Set it equal to mysql numRows. Okay, and that will take our query as a parameter, which is the variable query. and don't forget the semicolons. Okay, so if there are some results, for example, if you search for website, there should be results like Google and Yahoo. Okay, it will give us some rows, give us 2 rows. If there are no results, if we search for I don't know, Apple, for example, we didn't add Apple to our database, so number of rows will be 0. So to check, we can have an if statement. Okay, and it will be and take the parameter variable numRows. If the number of rows, okay, is bigger than 0, that means we have results, so we have something to display. Okay, and also you can add our else statement. If we have results, if the number of rows is bigger than 0, we have results, we can display them here. I'm just going to show you how we display them after I explain the else statement. The else is if you have no results, we're not going to display anything. We're just going to echo no results. Okay, so let's save that. I didn't purchase it, just running there. There are some results for the word page, but we're not displaying them. So if I search for something that's not in our database, like Apple, you see no results. If I search for search, we have results, but we're just not displaying them. So now we're gonna add here the loop to display the results. So if number of rows is bigger than 0, that means we have results. So let's display them. We're gonna create a while loop. Okay, and the while loop will take we'll create a variable, call it row, and set that equal to MySQL fetch a sock. Okay, so it's gonna fetch things from the or get things from the database. I'm just gonna get everything, even if I don't need it, but it's good to get everything. I mean, if you're running it in a live server, that could put stress in your server, but just for testing for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm gonna get everything. Okay, so I'm gonna get the ID, and ID is gonna be row, and we're gonna have ID here. Gonna get title, and that will be row. So row is an array right now, and we're gonna get down to the title. I'm gonna get all this description. Oh, why I keep forgetting the $sign. Description. So that equal to row and also make sure you have the ID, title, description spelled as they're spelled in the database, because if if you spelled the row name incorrectly, you're not gonna get any results, or you could get some errors. So you can have keywords, row, and the row name is keywords, and also we're gonna get our link. Link. I'm gonna set that variable equal to row link. Okay, so now we fetched everything and assigned each result to a variable. So let's go ahead and display them. We have echo header 2. So that's gonna be our title. We're gonna make the title a link. So it's a link. Just close that so I don't forget it. And the link or the title is gonna link to the website. So that's href. It's gonna link to the link of the website. So that's gonna equal to link. And here we have our title. Gonna close our header 2 tag as well, so you don't forget it. And we can have our description. So have in a paragraph tags. Okay, so description, close the paragraph tag, and you're gonna add a line break and a line to make it visually acceptable. Yes, so as you can see, we type the keyword search. We have in our database, we have Google and Yahoo that have the same keywords. If we type the word music, we have YouTube, and because it has the keywords music video. Okay, so if we type let's say we don't type music fully, just say type mus. Okay, still gonna give us this because we have our module signs. If you remove them, okay, shouldn't give us a result, as you might expect, because now, because we removed our modular signs or percentage signs, it's checking for whole words. So if, for example, if we typed here mus in the database under keywords, it has to be mus. It can't be part of it. But if you add our modular signs, it's gonna search for the whole word or a part of it. So that's always a good thing in a search engine, because that's what they use and makes their life a lot easier. Okay, so let's try. So that's our search engine basically. It's not that complex, it's simple. I mean, it doesn't even have so it's simple. You can improve upon it and add css, javascript, whatever you want to add to it to make it look beautiful. And also you could use add more PHP code to it to add functionalities. But that's the simple layout that for a database. Okay, it's easy to follow. I hope the tutorial was good and you learned something from it. I hope it was easy to follow, not too hard, and I hope you could understand me, because as you can tell, I'm not fluent in English because I'm not a native English speaker, but I'm doing my best. So hopefully you learned something. And if you have any problems, any errors, any bugs, just email me or leave the question in the Udemy section, the discussion section, and I'll try my best to help you. And thank you for taking this course. Make sure to look at my other future courses. I'm probably gonna have future courses. This is my first course, so let's hope it goes well, and let's hope you like my style of teaching. If you have any notes on my style of teaching, just make sure you email me or put it in the discussion, or comment it. I mean, in the review, you can give me whatever star you think that I deserve, and please just give me constructive criticism, not destructive criticism, because as you noticed, this is my first course, so it's not the best course. Okay, I'm trying my best. So thank you for taking the course again, and hope you learned something, and keep on learning, and goodbye.